A roadblock and a caravan of unmarked law enforcement vehicles were seen leaving the Hagatna Precinct Monday night. What GPD spokesperson AJ Balajadia confirms was done for security purposes involving an arrest. Immediately following, the Guam Police Department issued a press release stating one of their own had been arrested for murder. The victim, another police officer. The case is connected to a shooting that occurred here along Challen Thomas Andice Street in Jigo. The victim was identified as 38-year-old Albert Piolo. The alleged shooter was Mark Torrey Jr. In court today, Torrey was formally charged with murder as a first-degree felony, manslaughter as a first-degree felony, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Each charge is accompanied by a special allegation for possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. According to the magistrate's complaint, it was just after 2 a.m. Monday when Piolo phoned in his call for help. In 911 recordings, Piolo is heard moaning and details he was shot in the chest and bleeding out and to hurry. When asked by the dispatcher who is with him, he says Mark Torrey before the phone call disconnects. Piolo calls a second time. This time he's asked to put Mark Torrey on the line. Torrey confirms he is Mark Torrey Jr. and when asked what happened, he states, quote, "He's very feisty, ma'am. He's very feisty," end quote. Torrey confirmed he was applying pressure to the wound and then states, quote, "Ma'am, bring everybody here," end quote. Piolo is then audible saying, quote, "Lieutenant, help me. I'm dying. I'm dying. He shot me. He shot me," end quote. Mark Torrey Sr. then takes the phone and gives directions to the Jigo home. First responders to the scene observed the 2 men outside the house, both covered in blood, with Piolo slumped in Torrey's arms. Piolo sustained a single gunshot wound an inch below his right armpit. He was then rushed to the Guam Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 3:22 a.m. A responding officer wearing a body cam observed Torrey appeared to be intoxicated. When asked what happened, Torrey stated, quote, "Nothing. Shouldn't have been this. I never pointed it at him." Torrey went on to detail an argument Piolo had with an unknown female before stating, quote, "People are going to think I shot him," end quote. Torrey became distraught and hyperventilated, prompting medics to treat him and later transport him to Naval Hospital. Under his shirt, he was seen wearing an empty firearms holster. On Piolo's Tacoma truck parked outside the Jigo home, police observed blood droplets and puddles of blood along the driveway. Inside the truck, an expended shell casing was recovered from the center console and a black-colored pistol on the driver's side dashboard. The gun reportedly belonged to Torrey. Piolo was 38 years old and was on the force for over 15 years. He was also a percussionist for local band Soul Vibes and recently started the clothing line Good Vibes. He was a husband and father to 4 children. As for 30-year-old Torrey, he has been with GPD for the last 5.5 years and recently graduated from SWAT training with his father, who was a lieutenant in GPD. Because he is a law enforcement officer, security accommodations were made for his detention. Department of Corrections Deputy Director Carla Borja adds, extra security, including transport, was recommended after the assessment of the totality of the situation with the defendant and the victim. Torrey is being held on $500,000 cash bail. His next court hearing is set for July 24. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.